Can a single night completely transform a brand's fortune? Let me show you how this isn't merely achievable for a brand, but for an industry at large. This is Georges Goulet. I mentioned a single night, right? Monsieur Goulet had spent many a night sleepless, as had most of his colleagues. The reason for the dark circles? Japan. Actually, a movement that started in Japan that had thrown into disorder a movement that the Swiss had created and taken pride in for centuries prior. Right up till when the industries of Japan, spearheaded by Seiko, had offered an alternate to what was till then the norm. You see, Monsieur Goulet was the MD of AUDEMARS Piguet, a powerful, historically rich brand that, like all other Swiss fine watchmakers, was under siege from the rise of quartz technology. You see, quartz watches were far cheaper in price, reliable, accurate without the need to be tuned and cajoled, and could be mass-produced. So Monsieur Goulet needed a savior for Audemars Piguet. His company was in a state of urgent crisis. It was the night before the Basel Watch Fair, and Monsieur Goulet needed a bold and immediate solution just to stay alive. So on that fateful night, on the eve of the watch world's most anticipated event, Monsieur Goulet called on this gentleman, Sir Gerald Genter. Design a watch like no other, something entirely new, he told him. And we need it by tomorrow morning. He wasn't being theatrical. Goulet needed Sir Gerald to turn around a full design concept overnight that he could then present at the fair the next morning. A concept that could showcase a bold vision, even if the actual production might take longer. Sir Gerald was known as a genius in the circles and had a reputation for delivering under pressure. And Monsieur Goulet knew that if there was anyone who could achieve the impossible in a single night, it was Sir Gerald Genter. And boy, did he deliver! Sparked by the challenge from Goulet, Sir Gerald felt a sudden burst of creativity and feverishly started sketching his design by hand, using just a pencil and compass. He sketched through the night, but he didn't just draw a watch. He imagined a completely new category. The luxury steel sports watch. A watch that made steel desirable. It looked different, it felt different, and it was different. Radically so. It had 6 visible screws on its bezel, inspired by the diving helmet of deep-sea divers. The bezel itself was uniquely octagonal. The dial had a highly detailed tapisserie guilloche finish with a textured grid pattern that added depth and visual complexity. This was placed in a monocoque case using a single piece of metal. And then there was this exquisitely crafted integrated bracelet fused seamlessly into the case, giving it an unmistakable look and a luxurious feel despite it being in steel. The result was a piece of industrial art. At 39 mm, it was huge for its time, hence the nickname Jumbo. And importantly, though it was made in steel, it was priced like a gold watch. When it was unveiled, the design was met with skepticism at first, but it ultimately redefined luxury sports watches and eventually sold exceptionally well and went on to become the company and even the industry savior. A single night that transformed their fortune with the Audemars Piguet Royal Oak Jumbo.